Well, if you are new, we must induct you. You must put pretty thing on your shell and parade.
Yes! Is Redstick suddenly consumed by this mission?
Parade.
You must all win the beauty contest to be the prettiest crab.
Lawnmower.
Okay, the beauty contest part does stop lawnmower up short.
So Dewey is just kind of... Dewey has no facial expressions. Dewey has none of that. But you can tell that Dewey's just blank-faced, horrified.
Can you hear like Dewey's internal fan start whirring?
Yes, you can hear whirring.
Heatsink is over capacity.
Amazing. In this cave, there are rocks, there are shells, there are pretty things. Find pretty things and make yourself pretty. And then come back to us. Yes, this is basically LaBelle from Animal Crossing. Go for it.
I don't play Animal Crossing.
I don't either, but I think I get the gist.
But
Yeah.
I'm thinking of more of a miscongeniality situation.
Yeah, is this a beauty pageant?
Yes, this is a beauty pageant.
Oh.
We'll help you get ready. We'll help you get ready, Dewey.
I am a pretty thing.
Oh. Well, okay.
From outside, you hear, "Oh, not again, not another beauty contest. They're always doing the bloody beauty contest."
He's just sore because he
Dewey,
lost.
can we put lawnmower on you?
No.
Oh.
Lawnmower is gigantic and also acidic.
But maybe we could balance him on you?
No, lawnmower is corrosive to
Oh.
me included, and you,
Oh.
and pretty much anything that is not another flail snail.
I have a question.
Sure.
What is corrosive?
You know how you eat things and they turn into mush in your mouth?
Yes.
Acid.
Okay. That's it.
Oh.
It turns into mush out of your mouth.
Lawnmower, it turns everything into mush instantly. With their butt.
I wish I could do that with my butt.
It's a talent.
So, Toolbox, you haven't had a lot of moments. What are you going to do about this beauty contest? How are you going to impress the crabs?
How shiny is Dewey right now?
Dewey is oh, Rio, you tell me.
Dewey spends a lot of time indoors. And I think Finn has helpfully given Dewey some mineral oil to keep their chassis all shiny and lubricated. So just the little tippy taps of their feet are a bit dirty from the walk over. Otherwise, they're pretty shiny.
Okay, so Dewey probably does not need a grooming at this point.
I mean, do cats care?
Can you groom a robot?
Good question.
That's so cute, though. Just don't get your tongue stuck in the gears.
Ugh.
But how do you make yourself beautiful for this beauty pageant?
Oh, are we all individually participating?
Yes, you are all individually participating.
I say Dewey goes into the cave with the shiny shells and stuff.
Well, you're in a cave, and there are, as the crab said, there's broken mother of pearl shell, there are shiny rocks, there's sea glass, there's stuff scattered all around, there's seaweed. Tell me how you make yourself beautiful.
Guys, what's the beautiful thing here?
It's shiny.
You decorate your shell. You must decorate your shell.
Yeah, well, no, I got that.
Beauty is found on the inside.
Yes, because that is where the flesh is, and flesh is beautiful.
That I do have to agree. I do love dissecting things. I don't think. Let's see.
Dewey goes ahead and a bunch of shells at first, trying to balance them on the hinges of their feet or their
Chassis?
legs, their chassis.
Okay, cool.
The stuff doesn't balance well.
It'll do. You'll be fine.
Is there anything in here that looks like it might serve as a half-decent adhesive?
Sticky seaweed. There's sticky seaweed.
All right, cool. Toolbox is going to go over and fetch some sticky seaweed, chew it up a bit, and then use it to start sticking Dewey's shells and shiny things on.
I've told you I don't want you regurgitating on me.
I don't remember that conversation.
You never do.
Listen, I'm already beautiful, so the only thing that useful I can do right now is make you beautiful.
Lawnmower is going to dip all of the flails on his head into the pile and come up with a couple of shells on top of each little flail.
Like helmets?
Like little helmets, yes.
I love them. Each individual flail is a hermit crab unto itself.
Yes.
Wondrous.
Breadsticks is going to go, I assume there's like a little bit of water on the edge of this cave.
Yeah, sure. There's water puddles everywhere.
And she's going to dive into like the water with the sand puddles and start rubbing around and scratching to like clean and
Ooh.
exfoliate her scales so they get particularly shiny.
Ooh, smart.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Yeah, once Dewey's shells are stuck on to a certain degree of secureness, Toolbox is just going to sit down and go in for like the full body groom. Particular attention paid to the tail, I think, to make it nice and floofy.
Fluffy one, you need at least one decoration to participate.
Okay, you said there's sea glass?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna go pick up a piece of sea glass and just hold it.
just carry it in her mouth. Perfect. I love it. Wonderful.
Wait.
Dewey picks out a shell, one of those conch shells, big enough to be a hat on Toolbox's head.
Oh, brilliant. You're really making a conscious choice.
I will destroy you.
Nice.
I'm the DM today.
Okay, so is there going to be like a runway or like a presentation?
Once everyone's ready, we'll get to that stage.
Okay.
So, who is not ready? Who is not prepared to go?
I'm good.
Is that a kitty wiggle?
No, that's
Breadsticks wiggling.
That's breadsticks wiggling in the sand.
Oh, excellent.
That's ambient design.
So, Breadsticks, you emerge shining. It's like slow motion. You emerge from the water, spinning.
It's like that moment in a movie when
The lady
someone
comes
has
out of the pool.
a pool and she like
Mhm.
tosses her hair back and everything's glistening. But it's a little Pseudo Dragon.
Yeah, and maybe you can persuado them to let you through.
Yeah.
No
I'm
response.
going back to bed.
Okay, so as you all finish up, you start to hear a rhythmic clacking. Clack, kitty, clack, kitty, clack, kitty, clack. And it's the crabs. They're actually drumming a beat with their claws and on the rocks. And from around the crowd of crabs, you hear voices saying, "Step forward! Parade for us!"
Okay, now I'm going to go first, but it's going to take me a really long time to get there, so everybody else just go, and I'll end up being last by the time I get there. But just for the sake of marching order, Lawnmower will start sliding forward.
Amazing. All right. So I'll just go down alphabetically. Breadsticks, how do you want to present yourself?
When Lawnmower starts moving forward, Breadsticks aligns herself behind Lawnmower and then leaps out dramatically, climbing up into the sky with her wings and then diving down beyond her. And she does like a beautiful, graceful swirl where she even turns upside down and she kind of flails her wings and her little claws out, showing off her shiny and sparkling belly. And then twists around so her little stinger tail whips around behind her and she puts on a dramatic, beautiful aerial display.
Oh, that's beautiful. What do you want to roll for that?
Heart, because there's beauty and passion in it.
All right, I'll allow it.
Excellent. I got a 5, which plus 2 is 7, so a mixed beat.
Okay. Next up, Dewey. How do you parade yourself?
Dewey spent a lot of time just observing people on the ship, and especially cacophony comes to mind when it thinks pageantry. So, trying to exude as much cacophony-ness as they can, they start strutting their stuff, and they notice certain beams of light coming into the cave, and they use those lights to dazzle and gleam to the best of their ability and make themselves even shinier.
That's a very thoughtful approach. What do you want to roll for it?
Mind.
I thought you might. Go for it.
That's 2, 3, 5. That's a 7.
Oh, okay. Another mixed beat. Toolbox. What do you do?
Well, Toolbox, as a very experienced and worldly ship's cat, is aware of the term catwalk. So,
Of course.
so Toolbox is going to walk to the edge of the parade area and back with the normal poise of someone who can see their worst enemy at the end of the catwalk, who has broken their leg, and Toolbox is here to watch them cut it off. And at the end of the runway is going to pause, turn, cock the leg, and then walk, and then very sedately walk her way back.
Oh, fantastic. Roll for it.
Yeah.
You can pick a stat just arbitrarily.
Does not
if you
fucking
like.
matter. Okay.
It's all of them. It's
6.
all the stats.
6, so it's a downbeat.
6.
So
Okay.
she trips.
You know, I don't even think you need to trip. I think it's more that the crabs are just unimpressed by flesh.
Oh, I don't like the way that's...
I've only got the conch hat on, so like that's all I got going for me as far as they're concerned.
Yeah. And Lawnmower. Tell me how you dazzle them.
Lawnmower is, a mollusk, so this is kind of difficult for him, but what he's been doing as he's slowly ambled down the runway has been, it's almost like he's swaying his hips. So he's kind of rocking from side to side a little, and the and all the flails are accentuating this motion. He stops probably at halfway through, at the end of the runway, and halfway back to vogue a little with the with the shells. And in his head, he's just going like, "Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you."
Beautiful.
And I'm going with I feel like this should be a body roll because this is all about working it. This is showing off the shell.
This is a
and
voguing flail
and the
snail.
accessories. Yeah.
Yes, I will allow that. Roll plus body.
Ooh, that's a 7 plus 2. That is a 9, so that's a mixed beat.
Wonderful. So, the crabs all clack their pincers appreciatively as you finish this up, and the drum beat comes to an end.
Is it like a beat poetry night?
Yes, pretty much. So the crabs look you over and say, "Fluffy one,
Yes.
your technique is good, but your flesh is weak. Try having more hard next time."
I can't really argue with that. I don't really have a counter argument.
Next, they turn to Breadsticks and say, "Your performance was admirable. Next time, don't move so fast. We cannot see you."
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you very much for the comments.
"You're welcome, little shiny one." Turning to Dewey, they say, "Metal Crab, you appear to be making good attempts to integrate yourself into our society. While your efforts are beginner and amateurish, like a young hatchling, you clearly try, and we appreciate that. And big one. Oh, big one. You were delicious."
I am the parade.
As this beratement is going on, as the judges are debating whether or not to give you the golden buzzer, you hear from outside a commotion.
Oh god.
It sounds like they're distracted. They're distracted. They're distracted. And there is a veritable hail of seagulls coming into the cave all of a sudden.
Protect the crabs! Destroy the seagulls!
You cannot see. It's like a whirlwind of seagulls. Like all of you have to do that thing where you cross your arms in front of your face in like a terrible block as just these seagull after seagull after seagull comes in.
Ah, shit, it's a birdemic. If only we had some coat hangers.
If only you
This
had
is
guns.
unforeseen.
Mom, are we there yet?
Okay, how do you want to try and withstand this?
Okay, so crawling under lawnmower is probably not an option because lawnmower is the closest to the ground anyone could ever be,
Also corrosive.
Yes.
and also possibly corrosive. Is lawnmower positioned in a way that like there is like a seagull side and a non-seagull side?
Lawnmower is probably like still sort of leaning, slightly coming out of a hip sway. So there's probably a bit of a shadow beneath one side of the shell.
Okay, Toolbox is immediately going to scramble under there.
You can hide in the lee of lawnmower.
Yes.
Breadsticks, how do you withstand this?
Breadsticks can teleport. So Breadsticks is going
She can?
to... Well, isn't that a thing that's happened where she's gone in and out of places?
Good question. I
Yeah,
just
she
don't
has.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has.
Familiars can be popped in and out.
Sure.
Well, she pops out and then appears dramatically behind the crabs.
Sure.
Full anime.
So the crabs are now protecting you.
Yes.
All around you, there are seagull beaks poking through this barrier of crabs, and you can see they're actually shattering clams and taking the meat.
No!
But as you try and withstand this, there's not a whole lot you can do. All you can do is try and survive the brunt of it.
Can I play like whack-a-mole? As they stick
Yes.
their braids, I'm just sitting there slapping my my stinger on them.
Amazing. It doesn't like pierce the beak, but like you do get a few and startle them.
Excellent.
Rio, how does Dewey survive this onslaught?
Dewey's made of metal. Dewey don't give a shit.
You are getting knocked around a bit though, because you're small enough that you'll get pushed to and fro.
Yeah, that's probably true. You know what? Dewey doesn't like seagulls. So
Another ally to my cause.
they're gonna try and jump onto some seagulls. And
You fucking rodeo the seagulls?
I
Yes.
rodeo
Oh my
the
God.
seagulls.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Holy shit. Roll plus body.
Oh, you do have a +1.
Oh fuck. That's a 3.
Oh no.
That's a 3.
With the +1?
Yep.
Oh no, Dewey.
I rolled 2 ones.
Oh, Dewey.
You rolled snake eyes. Okay, so this is what happens. Eventually, the hail of seagulls does thin out a bit. The crabs start to push them back. They start to push them out of the cave, and you can hear the sound of fighting. There's the squawking and the beating of wings and the clacking of shells and the just random in
Are you doing like what were those supposed to be words, or were you just doing like a peas and carrots? Like,
You know when you can
Rutabaga
hear someone
carrots
yelling in the
and
next
peas.
room, but you can't hear what they're saying?
I was saying incoherent yelling.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear incoherent yelling. As the crabs push them out, you start to see a few things. You see Lawnmower. You see around you there is just a kind of a aura, a circle of dead seagulls, roughly about the distance from you as your flails.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Toolbox, you have been dodging dead seagulls and flails this entire time, but you make it fine. Dewey, you are upside down headfirst in the sand.
Dewey's legs are clickety-clacking.
Oh, that's gonna get in your joints.
Toolbox is gonna see the motion, get distracted, go over and start batting at the legs, and in the process, accidentally digging Dewey out.
So helpful.
Is it over?
I'm going to need so much oil.
So you are left in a room, a cave with no crabs in it, no seagulls because they're all fighting outside, and the clams.
Ooh!
Except the seagulls ate them all.
No!
The shells are there, but the seagulls, they seem to have eaten the vast majority of the clams. What are you gonna do?
Lawnmower slowly starts turning around and going back to the entrance of the cave towards the fracas.
Lawnmower has a taste for blood.
Is there like a backing up sound, like a beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep?
It's a really slow K turn.
Like a 6-point turn.
Uh-huh.
Dewey, do you go over and start sorting the shells?
These aren't periodicals.
Well, as you look around the back of the cave and you're like, these aren't periodicals, and you get distracted by other things, you notice there is actually a big crack in the back wall.
Oh, if you go through that, it hides a loading screen.
This crack is very narrow. None of you could actually fit through it, but there is a little breeze coming through.
Dewey starts picking at the crack, trying to determine just how deep it is.
Cool. Roll plus mind.
Come on, metal dice. Stop fucking me over. Ah! That's a 12.
Nice.
Wonderful. So, you determine that this, with some careful tapping, you determine that this is not very thick, and there is something echoing beyond it.
Toolbox, no, come back. Stop doing your K turn.
What?
Hit this wall. Hit this wall. Right here. This one.
The cat?
Toolbox goes over and just kind of baps the wall.
Toolbox, you notice that there is a there's the crack, but which there's nothing you can do about. But there's also a hole down the bottom in the sand that you hadn't noticed before.
Ooh.
It leads into water, but it looks like it could go through to the other side.
Ew, water though.
You're made of meat and muscle.
I must extract justice.
You can do it. I believe in you.
But water though. Hey, breadsticks. Do you want to go in some water? I just point to the hole.
Hi everyone, this is your GM Anna here, recording in post-production. Mackenzie lost some audio here that we can't edit around, so I'll be filling in a few bits of info. At this point, as you might guess, Breadsticks is excited at the opportunity to swim, and she goes for it.
So you dive into this tunnel, and it is like a natural small cave filled with water. As you twist and turn your way through, it eventually comes out in a small dripping cavern. And you can see a crack of light in the wall. Do pseudo-dragons see in the dark?
Yes, they have dark
Yes.
vision. I did just check Breadsticks' division because, I upgraded Foundry to version 10, and there's a new vision system that I had to go through and update for all the characters. So yes, I know for a fact that she has dark vision.
Something.
Yay.
familiar,
Well, Breadsticks, you see,
something
you see a crack of light coming
for
through,
everyone on
and you
comedy
also see the
tonight.
reflections of a whole lot of shells.
At this point, Breadsticks calls back to the other party members to check whether they can hear her.
Yes.
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 Lawnmower,
What?
come over here and break down this wall.
Lawnmower is like very close to the entrance of the cave now, and you hear this big sigh as he slowly starts making another turn back the way he came.
This will take a while. I'm gonna go dissect some birds.
Let me join you.
At this point, Breadsticks can't contain herself any longer. She starts cracking open the clams and eating them. They're so good. Breadsticks, they're so good. They're fresh clams. This is fresh food. You've been in space for so long. They're so good.
Toolbox is doing things to dead seagulls that would get her tried at The Hague.
Lawnmower eventually makes his way over to the wall and just starts pounding it.
Lawnmower, I'm not even going to make you roll for this.
I have a challenge rating.
The only one out of all of us that has a challenge rating.
I have actual stats.
You swing your flails, and all together in one fell swoop, you just smash through this. And the three of you who are on the outside, you look on in awe as the shinies. And you just see Breadsticks turn, and her mouth is full of clam.
Is this like the suitcase shot from Pulp Fiction?
Now, is it just shinies? Is it just clams in there? Or is there also, like, treasure in here, too, that we just don't give a shit about?
Is there like
You
a
know what?
skeleton with a shiny chest?
Oh, it's the Goonies in here.
There's like a holy Avenger propped up against the wall that none of us care about.
There's a grail in here.
There's a radiant glowing sword that you all just ignore because who gives a fuck?
Clams. It's an actual, like, it's a pirate treasure trove in here. There is a
Like-
dead minotaur.
Chests like overflowing with gems.
It is this room is clearly the end result of like a level 2 adventure.
Some Goonies ass shit in here.
Yeah, there's some Goonie shit in here. There's some like death traps clearly set up that Lawnmower just kind of rolls over and like and like diffuses.
Yeah, you just melt the death traps.
But the important thing is pile of clams.
Yeah. You don't care about the big treasure chests because they're all corroded and mucky. They're not shiny.
Are there skeletons in here? Like humanoids?
Yes.
Dewey feels at home here.
You think you see a couple of journals on them.
Ooh, dead adventurers. They always have journals in them.
In them.
Well, it's in them now.
It's in them now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you can even put them down with the cause of death in your own little book.
Yeah, that's right. You keep that record.
Yeah, that's why he dissects so many things, to examine causes of death.
Oh my god, he's our own little library coroner.
The trouble is, as you all emerge into this room, and Breadsticks has clam juice dripping down her chin, the commotion is starting to get louder, and you realize that the seagulls are pushing the crabs back. There are only moments left. You need to get as many clams as possible and get out.
Violence!
Everyone, tell me how you collect clams.
Breadstick starts grabbing the clams and then teleporting out to drop them in another secret spot so that she can come back later without having to worry about the seagulls. How secret this spot is debatable.
I don't have fingers. I have one large toe that I use to propel myself.
Dissolving as many clams as possible.
I don't even have pockets. Somebody needs to outfit this flail snail with some cargo pockets, like some saddlebags. Actually, are there saddlebags in here?
I will say that you can scoop them up between your shell and your body, and because of their makeup, they won't dissolve right away.
No, wait. No, seriously. We're in a treasure room. Are there saddlebags?
Are there saddlebags?
Sure. There are saddlebags in here.
Okay, Toolbox is gonna go grab some saddlebags and drag them onto Lawnmower.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
And then just start filling them.
And then probably just get inside the other one.
And then just get into the other one, yeah.
Yeah.
Since there are so many dead adventurers, at least one of them has to have a cape. So Dewey gets one of their capes and starts stacking the journals on there to drag.
To
drag
make a
out.
little bindle?
Great idea.
Are you gonna make
do
a
you
little
bother with
bindle,
clams?
Mia?
A little bindle.
A little bindle
Oh my
full of
God.
books. A little journal bindle. A journal bindle.
Little library coroner bindle.
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, one of the adventurers has like a staff that you can use for that.
Hell yes.
It's
It's a halfling, so they have a
wizard
tiny
staff.
staff.
No. It's a wizard staff.
Just full-size staff. Dewey has no problem carrying it.
Excellent. I love it. Wonderful. Okay, so everyone who is collecting clams, please roll body.
Oh shit. That is 10.
All right.
Oh no. That's a 5.
5.
But I'm also not actively collecting anything.
Yeah, I am collecting clams on lawnmower.
Yeah, I'm a pack animal right now.
I got a 9. So mixed meat.
All right. You got a 9?
Yeah.
I will say for the purposes of this that you're going to have to stack them on lawnmower. The cave is blocking your teleporting.
No!
And it's not at all got anything to do with the final mechanics of this last puzzle.
Well, honestly, it is a treasure room and there are traps, so...
Yeah. It makes sense. I can't teleport!
So load clams into the bag.
I feel so claustrophobic!
Oh my god, you'll have to use your breath weapons or your magic or your wings or literally anything. You magical little baby!
Just sheer breadsticks panic until somebody says something like that. At which point she will dive through and find a tiny little. You know how adventurers always wear those pouches around their hip, around their waist on belts, where they like carry their like little
Yeah.
potions.
Yeah.
She finds one of those and grabs it in her teeth and then starts stuffing it full of clams.
Okay. So, Breadsticks, you have 9 clams. Lawnmower, you have 5 tucked up under your shell that you've kind of hoovered there. Toolbox, you managed to get 10 clams into the saddlebags.
Hooray!
And now it's time for the way out. You need to get past this throng of seagulls and crabs.
This fucking gauntlet.
You need to run the gauntlet. And, Dewey, how many journals have you collected?
How many dead bodies were there?
Roll
God,
plus
what a
body.
question.
Literally determining how many bodies.
There were 9 bodies.
There were 9 bodies. You collected 9 various books. Some are
That's
journals.
like 2
some...
adventuring parties that did not successfully complete this adventure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They met their ends at each other's hands. 9 books of various qualities. Some are journals, some are periodicals, some are novels. You know, there's a bit of collection there for you to sort through.
Nice.
I got a good haul.
Wonderful. So, going down the line, I'm going to ask each of you to describe for me how you get past this lot. So, alphabetically from the top, Breadsticks, please. How do you try and get past these seagulls?
The seagulls are the harder part because the crab she can just fly over.
Yeah.
But the seagulls, if nothing else, from her rivalry, and especially her hatred of the leader, she has developed a certain thing, and it's worked before. You may all remember the very elite tactic of just running at them and screaming.
Listen, it's worked for armies throughout history.
Yeah.
You gotta have your nemesis show off with this leader seagull.
Ah!
Okay. Roll plus heart, please.
That is an 8 plus 2 for 10.
Very nice. You do not lose any clams. You managed to make a path. So you are now halfway through.
Scream!
Dewey, how do you get through this throng of seagulls and crabs?
Dewey collects the most appealing and also terrifying skull off of the adventurers, puts it at the end of the wizard staff, hoists their little bindle, and starts screaming,
These aren't clams. These are bones. I like bones. These aren't clams.
I love Dewey so much. They're brilliant. That's so good. Roll mind, please.
Let's see, 6 plus 3 is 9 plus 2, 11.
Very nice. You also do not lose any books.
Nice.
Lawnmower. I mean, we all know what you're gonna do, but if you like, describe.
Okay, so you know how you said lawnmower can move 20 feet per second? 20 feet around?
Yes.
Right. Well, Lawnmower hasn't been doing that.
Are we starting the lawnmower?
Lawnmower revs up. The flails start corkscrewing around.
It's a true turbo moment here.
Normally snails go slow. Oh, that is an 11.
Holy shit! You also lose no clams.
Lawnmower revs up. Lawnmower's going turbo, y'all.
You full on JoJo punch your way through this with the ta 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 ta.
Let's
And
get
just-
down to business. To defeat the crabs. Did they send me mascots when I asked for something that rhymes with crabs?
Also crabs.
Also crabs.
Also crabs.
Amazing. Toolbox, as Lawnmower mows the lawn, you are getting jostled around. You're getting flung around like crazy. How do you maintain yourself inside this saddlebag?
I'm in an empty one, right? The actual clams are in the other one.
Yeah, I think you've
Yes.
balanced out one side with clams, one side with cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to keep the balance. How do you do this?
How much give does Lawnmower Shell have it? Like, does it have enough give that I could dig my claws into it?
I mean, you can make armor out of that shit. Probably not, honestly.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You can probably grab into the leather of the saddlebag and just kind of really focus on maintaining it.
Yeah, I think I just like set like all four claws like right into the leather and just hold on for dear life.
Okay, so you're balancing out the other clams. Roll plus anything. Just roll.
Yeah,
please.
just it does not
Just
matter.
roll.
Just roll. Went flying. That's a 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. Plus 1 is 11.
Oh shit!
God damn! Everyone is rolling upbeats today.
Nice.
I don't. We've only had one downbeat. Speaking of, I was gonna say roll XP. Sorry, add 1 XP for that downbeat, but there literally aren't enough rolls left in the game.
Don't worry about it.
This is your escape. You are all halfway through. If you all continue what you're doing, give me one last body roll with whatever you want, starting from breadsticks.
Rolling. Just screams. Oh, that's not good. 6.
All right, so 10 minus 6, you lose 4 clams.
No!
Clams!
Oh no.
She only had 5.
Breadsticks had more.
No, I had
Breadsticks has
5.
9.
I had
9,
5 by
okay.
myself, not
Okay,
not
yes.
counting the stuff in the saddlebags.
I got
I've
confused.
got the numbers written down here. It's okay. So breadsticks, you do tussle with this big crab. Sorry, not the big crab. The
My
the
rival.
big seagull, and you think you're just about made it, but at the last second, the seagull comes along and with his one good wing bats you over the back of the head, and you go flying. You do like a somersault, and you roll out of the cave, and you see the big seagull getting yanked back in by a crab. But there are some clams left behind, and they're immediately shattered and pounded into the sand.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right, Dewey,
All
you're
right.
next.
Dewey does a roll. That is 11 plus 2, 13.
Holy shit.
Your bindle is working beautifully. The seagulls do not give a fuck about bones. They're pecked clean, so there's nothing to worry about. And the crabs also don't give a fuck about bones. There's no meat on you. You are a free target. So you do take some bumps and bonks, but you do preserve all your journals, and you make it out to find breadsticks weeping in the sand.
Her eyes are swirling blue of sadness.
Lawnmower. mow that lawn.
Turbotastic.
No!
That is an 8. So we're
Yeah.
doing okay.
Yeah, you get so excited, you actually work up a bit of a slimy sweat, and under your shell,
Ew!
yeah,
Ew.
and under your
It's not
shell,
slime, it's mucus.
it's excuse me, a mucusy sweat.
What is mucus if not slime with a purpose?
Fuck.
So, as you do this mucus, you can taste the delicious
clam on your skin, and you realize you have dissolved 2 of your clams with your mucus, the ones that are tucked under your shell. You have 3 left, but you still get to eat them, so you're fine.
You are not alone.
Yep, you're happy. You're
No
wonderful.
one
Toolbox,
is
hanging on for dear life.
alone.
Yeah, I rolled. I got a 7, so I'm not hanging on
Okay.
particularly well.
You
Sometimes
actually
to
hang on
live
decently well.
I
You're going
pray
through
for
there, but you can
good.
feel a couple of clams shake loose in the fray. I'm afraid you have dropped 3 of them, but eventually you all make it out of the cave, and I think I could be wrong, but I get the feeling you all are going to book it away from
Oh
Yes.
god, yeah.
this place.
Yeah.
Getting away.
I mean, I don't have a say in it. I'm in a bag, but yes.
Yes.
Are you dead or alive? We don't know for sure.
Breadsticks, you do happen to know that on your way here, you passed overhead. You saw another secluded rocky area where you could sit down and enjoy your haul.
I will go there and I will guide everybody there, and I will break my clams and eat them, and then feed the shells to Lawnmower.
Thank you.
So yeah, at the end of it, you have Breadsticks, you have 5 clams. Dewey, you have 9 books. Lawnmower, you have 3 clams, and Toolbox, you have 7 clams.
Yeah, but Lawnmower gets to eat all of the shells, so I feel like Lawnmower's a winner no matter what.
Yeah, it's more like Breadsticks and Toolbox have 15 clams to split between them. You two are fat and happy.
There is like an algebra problem in here somewhere.
If one of you has 15 clams and the other has 20
If a train
journals,
leaving Lotto leaves at 3 p.m.,
It immediately punches a hole in the universe because they have not discovered steam engines yet.
exactly.
Dewey, now that they're out in the sun, will slowly look through their new haul and then shake out any sand and things.
Gristle.
Use the cape to wipe down the new skull.
I've been missing my collection so much. It's so nice to start a new one.
Later, the crew will come back. They'll find a couple of strange journals in a language they don't understand, some romance novels about what seem to be some kind of aliens, and just a skull sitting in a wardroom. It's fine,
The
don't worry
skull
about it.
will be perched on the wizard's staff in the corner.
No, I feel like Dewey at some point would probably toss the wizard staff out because it's already served its purpose. It transported the books. Just throw it in the water.
Nah, because there's no hooks or anything that Dewey can utilize right now, so it's just a perch.
It's a good display mode for the skull.
You punch it down through a knothole so it stands up straight. And yeah, you now have a thing. And no one actually sees the wizard orb underneath the skull because the skull's perched on it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It probably has a wish spell stored in it. Who knows?
Who's to say?
You know, that sounds right.
No one's ever gonna look. Let's be real, we know ourselves.
We're too busy watching Turbo.
Yeah.
So, Breadsticks and Toolbox, now that you are full of clams, what do you do?
Well, I think we're gonna go fly back to the ship, find a sunbeam, and nap.
Excellent, excellent.
Toolbox also going to make her way back to the ship, hop back up onto the helm, refuse to be moved, fat and happy, and fall asleep.
Excellent.
I'm probably going to go back to the underside of the ship because, frankly, being a flail snail in any kind of port where adventurers might be is not a great place to be.
It's not a good plan.
No,
Yeah.
just gonna go back around underwater.
And as the sun sets
Some
over
enchanted
Lato...
evening
Perfect,
when
yes.
you meet your true love.
Your true love is clamshells.
Yes.
Amazing. And as the sun sets over Lato, you are all satisfied. Gem Jammer is performed by Annie Creighton, Anna Emmeline, Alexi Peppers, Rio Rios, Kit Walker, and Mackenzie Weaver, and is edited by Jake Mason.
Our character designs are by Rio Rios, who you can find at vriosart on Twitter, and our cover art is by Canary Witch, who you can find at doodlesfromthebird.tumblr.com. Our opening and closing music is by Reckoning Storm AudioWorks. Check out our website at crookedrussiancam.horse or .gay. You can also find bonus Gem Jammer content at patreon.com/thegemjam, including Jilliana's private diary, as well as bonus content for our other shows. Thank you very much for listening, stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.
Jake, the church next door is now loudly playing music through a speaker, so if you hear that, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
That's our fight music.